guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to click the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are on so that you don't miss a video.
And before you check out, please be sure to click the like button, even if you don't like it, and maybe leave some feedback or something. But anyway,
if you can tell by the title, this is pretty much me just airing myself out about the time, one of the many times that I got played. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of context first before I tell you what happened, because if I don't, you're gonna think I'm the bad guy. So I think this was like 2017-ish or whatever. I was talking to this guy. He slid in my DMs on Instagram, and I never really just like texted him back and stuff. Like, I just, feel like he was a little bit boring. And I had got off from work one night and I was just bored or whatever. So I tell him to come through. So I invite him over, we're kicking it, and we just like have like a really good conversation, a couple good conversations. And I'm like, okay, like I sort of like you. Like, he wasn't ugly, he was really cute. So we were drinking and all of that, and kind of drank a little bit too much, and one thing led to another, blah 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 blah. So after that, like, we were just like kicking it all the time. We were talking pretty much every day. I'm pretty sure we were texting every day and all of that. So at the time where I lived at and where he lived at was a good hour and a half apart. So he would come out to where I live like almost every night. Like, he would get off from work, go home, take a shower, all that good jazz, and come to my apartment and would stay for a while, like, and having to be back up on time for work. He had to get up for work at like 6 and stuff o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, you're making a big, like, I feel like that's quite a big of a sacrifice, especially like we wasn't like, it wasn't just sexual. Like, sometimes he came over and like we just chilled, you know what I'm saying? He would take me out, like, we've been to the movies, we've been out to eat. Like, it wasn't just like, he was just smashing, you know what I'm saying? So in my head, I'm like, we got some sort of thing going on, like, he pretty much act like I was his girlfriend, but I wasn't his girlfriend, which I have learned from this, but I won't go into that. But anyway, so fast forward a couple of weeks into us talking, maybe months, I don't know, this is the face you make when you know you was being a hoe and you was moving way too fast. Sometime into us talking, like, one night he asked me if I was on birth control, and I told him no. I told him the truth, I wasn't on birth control. But this is the thing. So I have PCOS. For those who don't know what PCOS is, it stands for like polycystic ovarian syndrome or something like that. I'm probably butchering that, but basically there's something wrong with my ovaries. I don't ovulate regularly, if at all. So yeah, I told him the truth. I told him I have PCOS. I don't ovulate. I don't have a regular period. It's a slim chance that I would get pregnant. So some things happen, and yeah. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but looking at my arms and my hands, you can barely see my veins, right? So with that being said, with me not having a normal period, I do not know what normal period symptoms are. I don't know when my period's about to come on because it barely comes on. Like, so yeah. So a couple days after I had seen him, and you know, I'm in the mirror, my boobs are sore, and I can see my veins. So I'm like, that's new, that's weird. I've never been able to see my veins before. I also want to make the point to say, like, this is why people like me should not be having sex. So I'm Googling, you know, symptoms. I'm like, why are my boobs sore? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, automatically I'm like, dang, I'm pregnant. So, I really did think I was pregnant, y'all. Y'all know how Google is, like. And like I said, I don't have a normal period, so I'm not thinking like, I mean, I know that period symptoms like PMS, all of that, they pretty much share the same symptoms, but again, I don't know. So, and this is a shame because I think I was like 20, 21 at the time. I ended up like freaking out, and I wasn't kidding. I really did think I was pregnant because I told my mom. I told my mom and I told my older brother. If I was just playing or something like that, I would have never told them. Especially not my mom. So I definitely thought that I was for real pregnant. So I I called him. This is on a Sunday. I called him on a Sunday when I leave church. I FaceTime him. And you know, he's all excited to answer the phone and stuff. And I tell him, I say, hey, I think I'm pregnant. He gets quiet and he has nothing to say. Like, and I don't remember verbatim, but he's just like, you for real? Like, please tell me. Oh yeah. He's like, he's like, please tell me you play. Like, please tell me you joke. I'm like, I wouldn't play like this. Like, and so he like gets mad because he's like, you set me up, you lied to me, you said this, you said that. I told you it was like a possibility. Now this is what pisses me off about the situation, because he's like saying that I set him up. Baby, you work at McDonald's. If anything, I'm setting myself up. Like, so that was that. So he's not talking to me. So at this point, like, I'm being like real sweet. Like, I'm just telling him like, yo, like, I'm sorry. Like, you ain't even gotta, like, y'all clownery. But I'm just like, you ain't
even gotta be around. You ain't gotta be in the baby life. I'm not putting you on child support. None of that. I just wanted to tell you. Da 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 da. Like, I'm just, you know.
So he's not texting me back. Y'all can ask my best friend. Like, I did not eat. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a lie. That's probably like the only lie I told throughout this whole video, but the rest of it's true. Sleep for about 3 days straight. I was in the car crying, like praying to God. It was just all bad, like, and I'm texting him, like, I left him alone at some point, but it's like, I had been texting him like, yo, like, you really, like, you just gonna date me like that? Like, after you've been seeing me every night, like, you've been coming out here, like, seeing me every night, and now, you know, you just gonna drop me like that? And I'm stressed. I'm not even thinking about myself at this point. I'm feeling bad for him because I'm like, bro, like, I know you don't got it like that. Like, and I'm just like, you thinking that I set you up. I didn't. And was not even worried about myself. Was legit, like, worried about him. So I didn't hear from him. Even after, like, I apologized. I tried to have some sort of communication, you know. And the only thing he said to me was, I think he was like, you need to get an abortion. It probably wasn't like said like that, but you know, it was something along the lines of like, you need to get an abortion. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And so he definitely was hot then. So, so that's how that went. So fast forward, my best friend goes to the hospital with me. And I was literally, I won't even talk about this, but I was ridiculed at the hospital. Like, they literally made a joke out of me. Like, needless to say, I wasn't pregnant. Yeah, it was just all in my head, and I was just experiencing like regular female problems. But anyway, but I didn't tell him that because I'm like, just imagine if I was pregnant, like this is how you would have treated me, like this is how this would have went. I text him like a few days, maybe like the next day or so. I text him and I said, if you want me to have an abortion, you're gonna pay for it. Instant text back. Mind you, the whole time for like 2 weeks straight, yo, this man had nothing to say to me, nothing at all. The minute I mentioned abortion, instant text back. So I didn't feel bad. So he didn't ask for he didn't ask for pictures of the pregnancy test. He didn't ask for anything from the hospital. He asked for no confirmation, no nothing. He just said, how much? I said, you gonna pay for it? He said, how much? That was like, oh no, I don't know, it was like sometime during the day. But I told him like 4 something, and he sent it like on a Sunday, and it was his whole check, cause you know, yeah. So shortly after I got the money, like right after he sent it, you know, he apologizes.
He's just like, I'm sorry, I was just scared and stressed out. I thought you set me up, and you know, I'm just not ready for no kid, blah 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 blah.
But that's like, one, you could have communicated all of that when I was trying to communicate, instead of just, you know. Secondly, I don't even know what the second point was, but either way, no, we was like cool or whatever after that. But literally hours after my procedure, he started telling me, like texting me about some other girl, like right after I allegedly left the clinic. He starts texting me about his ex or something like that, and I'm just like, if I was pregnant, like this would just be terrible. Like, bro, I just killed my imaginary baby and you're texting me about another female, like what? And so I didn't feel bad at all, and I don't think he knows, like he might have a clue, because like right after that, this is when I was real petty. Like, I'm not like this anymore, like thank God. But like, I posted a picture on Instagram and I just was like, when you scam somebody out their whole check or something like that. I don't know, I thought I was City Girl Junior. I don't know, but I don't know if he ever figured it out or whatever. I have no clue, no idea. He still be trying to talk to me or whatever, like be trying to link up. And maybe like he does know and probably like wants to hurt me. I don't know. But I don't talk to bro no more. Like, it ain't no beef. It was just like, you know, lesson learned. Like, I don't talk to guys like him anymore. Like, even though he was a cool dude, it was just like, it was still just like, you know. And while I don't think it was right what I did, it's like back then I was very revengeful. Like, if you're gonna waste my time, you're gonna pay for that. Like, you're gonna pay for my time being wasted. And at that point, I was just so tired of like men just like doing whatever they wanted and just getting away with it, especially when it came to me and my feelings. So it's like, if I'm about to look like a clown, we all about to look like a clown. Like, I'm gonna be the last clown standing. So that's how that went. And that is the end of my story. Like I said, you guys are probably gonna side with him or whatever and say I was grimy. I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying like it was right. I'm just saying, like, I did what I had to do. I did what I had to do as a single parent. It's not funny. It's not funny. So yeah, that's the end of my I got played story. I hope you guys found it entertaining, to say the least. Like I said, I'm not this type of person no more. That's the old me. But yeah, please do not try this at home. Be sure to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, or a thumbs down if you didn't like it. That's fine too. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Find nobody who decides, say you ain't gonna find no one who do it like me, 'cause I got a lead ship.